Hey coin collectors, Dan the Collecting Man here. Today I want to go through what are some of the most collectible coloured 50-cent coins from the Royal Australia Mint. I want to go through what are also some of my favourites and some of the newer ones that have come out in the last year that I think may become also very collectible as well. So love also for you to chuck in the comments below what is your favourite coloured 50-cent coin that you have as part of your collection as well. So first I might go through what is the actual very first coloured 50-cent coin. So it's actually in this proof set from 2000. So the Millennium proof set. So this one's quite collectible. It's around $200 to own this one. So it's definitely a very good one. Had a very high mintage of around nearly 65,000, so it's definitely up there. Now I love the way that these were presented back in the day, so definitely didn't mind the way they did it back in the older days compared to the ones now. So here we got, as you can see, Royal Australia Mint 2000, and as you can see here, a very good quality 50-cent coloured coin. So the very first 50-cent coloured coin that was ever produced. So definitely makes this one quite collectible and very cool to own. As you can see, the colours on this one are really strong. So they've definitely held their quality over those years. So what are we, 24 plus years since this came out? I remember that year very specifically. I think it was a big year for most people that lived through the millennium. So yeah, as you can see, Queen Elizabeth there, and you can see the quality of that coin. So looks pretty good. Looks like there may be a little bit of tarnishing on the actual Queen's hair there. I'm not sure if that's what that is or not, but there may be a bit of tarnishing there. But nonetheless, that is the very first iconic 50-cent coin that we've had in Australia. Then the following year, I'll just show you this one quickly. We had the Centenary of Federation set. This is also another very collectible set that people own. As you can see, slightly different one here. You've got probably a nicer one. I reckon this used to be silver and it's probably just faded over time. But as you can see here, Centenary of Federation 2001 proof set. And as we can see here, we've got the coloured 50-cent printed coin with the Australian coat of arms on that one. So that one looks pretty neat as well. So also have the coloured $1 coin. So another very collectible one, and that is the second one we had, but they only ever came in the proof sets. So if you didn't have those proof sets, you didn't have those. But then we started to get into the uncirculated. They're the ones I want to go through. At number 5, from a collectible point of view, was the 2018 ACDC coin. So it was a mintage of 30,000. And you're now looking at around $60 odd for that one. So it's a pretty cool, I like the design. Definitely gives you that kind of acca kind of look about it. And I think it's some of the older ones I do like it. So 2018 definitely had quite a few good coloured 50-cent coins that came out that year. The next one is probably one of my favourites and one of the core, more collectible ones. This is the very first kind of one that came out that was in the kind of uncirculated condition, was this one here. So this is the 2011 000 50 years of 000 coin. So I sent this one off to be graded because this one can be very collectible. So if it's just in the raw form in the card like this one, you're looking at around $140 odd. So they are quite collectible, but depending on the grading and the grading scores, 68 is not too bad. You can definitely go up into the higher hundreds depending on the quality and the one that you've got as well. So I think this one's really cool, the quality of it and the way that, especially the phone there, you can see it's kind of embossed as well on the coin, so it really pops out. So this one for me is definitely a nice collectible one to own, and it looks really cool. So I like this one, and that also had a mintage of 29,201. So the next one is kind of the train theme. So it's not this one here, but it's very similar to this one. It was the 2018 again steam locomotive 3801. So that one you're looking at around $150 for that one, with a mintage of around 23,445. That was definitely a very cool one. So they only really did these for about 3 or so years. This one was from 2020, so this is the third one of it, and probably the least collectible out of the series of around 3 from my understanding of the kind of the train system. But I think the older steam locomotive was definitely the more collectible, so yeah, around 150 for that one. In at number 2, this is a 3 coin set, so it's a little bit different, but definitely holds a very good collector value, and it's definitely a low mintage. So it's the 2016 ABC Play School 3 coin set. So that one had a mintage of 9,985, and you're looking for the 3 coin set around $300 odd. And the colors on these ones definitely do pop out pretty nicely as well. So it's definitely a nice little set to get from a collecting point of view. Personally, as you can see, I don't own it, but it's definitely, I think, a very unique coin set to collect, especially now we're looking nearly at 10 years ago, so 8 years ago when that set came out. And number 1 is a very clear, easy number 1 to collect, and for me it's definitely a good value add, and I wish I had it, and I may look to obtaining it in the next year as well, because it definitely holds a pretty good collector value. Is this one here? So I have the actual circulated coin. Is the 2014 AIATSIS Atlas. This one here, the coloured version on the card, had a very low mintage of 11,773. You're looking around $200 for that one coin, so definitely the most collectible coloured 50-cent coin, and it really did come out really nicely. So I definitely enjoyed that design and the way they've done it with just colouring in the shield. Now I think another key reason why this one is so collectible is because the coin itself, this coin, went into circulation. So I find often with coloured coins, if there's a standard coin that goes into circulation, the coloured coin becomes quite collectible. So that's why there's ones I want to talk about from this year that I think are also very, very collectible. So if you have the 2014 one, definitely a very, very collectible one to own as part of your coin collection. So another special mention of another good one that came out, and I really love the design of this one, was from another Proof set, was the 2012 Proof set with the coat of arms. I really like the way that coloured coin comes out. You're looking at around $250 for that Proof set, so it's definitely another one of those Proof sets that's really, really collectible and a nice, definitely, I like the design overall of the Proof set, so it looks really cool. So I'm going to go through a couple of the other ones that I've got personally myself and where I think some of the cool values will be. So got this one first, is the NAIDOC week 1. So had a higher mintage, this one, so around 50,000. So it doesn't make it super, super rare from that collecting point of view. It's definitely one of the high numbers. But one of the reasons why I like this is the coin itself went into circulation. So it's another one where you can get the circulated coin, and you can also get the coloured uncirculated conditioned one. So for me, that sometimes can hold a longer term value. At the moment, you're looking around $27 on the secondary market, so it's not holding a high return because it is quite a high mintage from that aspect. The only other thing that I think is a bit of a miss from a coloured point of view is they've only done like the footsteps and the parts around the blue around the edges. I would have loved to seen the coloured flags and something like that. So the coloured 50 in there would have really, really made the coin pop out. So I think it's a bit of a miss from a coloured design point of view, and that's probably why it's not holding a stronger value. Where, as you can see, another coin that got released this year is definitely holding a higher value, is this one here, the 50 years of countdown, and that one definitely looks fantastic. The colours point of view, see similar mintage, but we're looking at nearly $10 more compared to the other one, and I think it is, and this one doesn't have a coin in circulation, but I think it's the design and also the nostalgia overall of Countdown that definitely holds a good value. So I think this one will be a little bit of a keeper. It depends on the overall mintage and what we find out if they actually hit the 50,000 or not. But this one is definitely a very good 50-cent coloured coin to keep. A couple of my personal favourites. This one here, I'm a bit of a motorsport fan, so I love the Bathurst one there. I thought that was pretty cool. And I like the card design. I find sometimes if you get a good card design, they can be pretty cool. And this one here was another good one, the 50th anniversary of the Royal Australian Mint. So this had a nice coloured coin in that one as well. So comes up really nice. I'd almost say it's got to spin it around a bit just to make sure it's in line. So this one had 30,000. I think it ended up being a little bit lower than 30,000. But this is definitely another cool one to collect as well. And then we've also seen this year the Christmas one. So this one, I actually really like the design of this one. It comes up really nice. So I've got a few of the Christmas ones, so definitely been collecting those for the last few years. I think the only ones I don't have is the first 2 years, but they weren't coloured. So these are the first 3 that have been coloured. And again, I think they're pretty cool and unique ones to get as part of a collection. So I'd love to know what your thoughts are, if there's any favourites for yourself, and what kind of coloured 50-cent coins do you like, and what do you think we'll see in 2025 when it comes to coloured coins? Do you think there'll be any other cool ones to collect from your collecting aspect? So if you like this video, make sure you do give us a thumbs up. It gives me a bit of a confidence boost when I know people are enjoying the videos and content that I'm creating. And if you're not yet subscribed to Dan the Collector Man, 2025 is going to be an absolute banger of a year. I think there's going to be a lot of cool videos coming out and a lot of cool coins to review, and I have a good plan to do more kind of reviews like this as well. And as always, thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video. Dan.